You know what I want on my rider? That's right. A special Christmas Eve episode of the Mullins Over Music Podcast with my friend Coburn. And that's exactly what we're getting. Episode 46. And it was a great episode. We talked about her music, her bluegrass roots, her awesome metal that she makes now, plans for the upcoming year. We even talk about chickens and overalls and all sorts of fun things. We even deep dive into her two current songs that are out, Super Ugly and The Rider, hence my cheeky little joke at the beginning. And just so much. You just have to listen to it, honestly, in order to truly embody the Christmas Eve spirit. So, have a listen. Welcome, everyone, to the Mullins Over Music Podcast. I'm your host, at least until the robots take over, or AI, or whatever entity, maybe even aliens. But, eventually it won't be me. It'll be something that isn't me. But until then, I'm your host, as always, Austin, and I'm here with a special guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you.
Hello, my name is Coburn, and I am a rock and metal artist that plays guitar.
Yeah.
Is that an alright intro?
Yeah, that's good for me.
Fantastic.
Well, as I told you right before I hit the record button, our first question is always the most interesting one. I'm sure you remember from elementary school, middle school, high school. They'd have you stand up and be like, "My name is this, and this is a fun fact about myself." Well, that was all in preparation for this podcast. You
This
didn't know
moment
it
right
yet,
here.
but the teachers knew that you would be here eventually.
This is what I've been training for, right here,
Exactly.
right now.
So, let me hear it. Give me a fun
Okay.
fact about yourself.
Fun fact. Well, okay, I'm gonna make this my fun fact because I think it's kind of fun. I started playing the blues, and I was a blues artist from age 12 to, I guess, 22 is when I stopped playing the blues. Kind of stopped. So yeah, and then I went to heavier music like rock and metal. I think normally people go backwards and go from like super heavy to like pop, but yeah. So that's a fun fact about me is I used to be a blues artist, a touring blues artist, and I loved it. It was fun. We're in a new era.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute. Get a little bit deep dive into it a little more. But
yes.
we have to start with the most important question, and that is the funny random question.
Okay.
Now, I've been going back to this website for funny questions. So shout out to Backyard Chickens.
Chickens?
It is a chicken website about how to care for chickens, and there's just this random thread about funny questions.
I just shed a tear. Oh my gosh, I love chickens.
Fun fact about me, I have chickens.
Do you have chickens? What kind of chickens do you have?
Oh man, we got
I'm about to derail your podcast for a second.
No, you're good. We've got a variety. We got bantam chickens. We got what's that? There's one with like feathers on their feet. It's really
the Millie
cute.
Floors? Do they have speckles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
We got
I can
so
name a bunch
many
of chicken breeds.
I'll send you after we get done with the podcast. I'll go. We have a list somewhere of the different types. I'll send you the list and some pictures.
Please do. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the chicken pictures.
They are nice most of the time. We have
they all have their own personalities.
We have two groups now. We have the older chickens. They've been around for like 2 years. And then we have some new ones that we got this year that are in a separate chicken coop and chicken run. They all share one brain cell.
I see.
And then the older ones, the rooster we have, the big rooster that's been around probably longer than almost all the chickens. He's mean. But
well, that's his job. He's got to be mean.
Oh yeah. He'll see me from across the backyard and sprint.
Oh jeez.
He just doesn't like anyone. That's his
Oh.
claim to fame. His name
Was
is
he hand
Rizzo the
raised?
Rooster. Huh?
Was he hand raised? Like, did you guys get him when he was like
Yeah.
a little? Oh, he's just a bad apple.
Oh yeah. And the other two roosters are sweet. But
Oh.
he's the I want to fight people because it's fun.
Yeah, we had a few of those roosters. It was always the silky roosters. Those were the worst. Like, are you familiar with the silky breed?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the feathered kind of, or sorry, the fur feathered chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, those silky roosters were the worst. They would always beat up all the hens, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, they're not gonna like you more if you beat them up.
Exactly. He's like, I don't
Condescending.
care.
Yeah.
It's like they gonna learn today.
Exactly. And they're the smallest rooster too. So it's like the smallest rooster has the biggest ego, and then the big roosters are like, we're fine. We get along.
Yeah. Okay. So here is our yeah, I'm calling it random question from now on. It
Okay,
used to be
wonderful.
called funny question. Half these questions aren't even funny.
Okay, random it
Okay.
is then.
Maybe this one will be funny. What is the weirdest text you've received recently?
Oh, I have to think about that. I'm a terrible texter. When it comes to texting, I just say, please call me instead. The weirdest text
Same.
I've received recently. I don't know.
I'm sure there's
There's definitely like
yeah.
if DMs count, there's definitely DMs.
Oh, well,
Like
wait,
someone sent me a DM saying meaty armpits like a couple
that,
days ago. I don't know how to respond to this.
I don't. How do you respond to that? That is
I'm not sure.
thanks. Maybe
Yeah.
cool, bro.
Weird text though. Hold on, wait. I'm just gonna familiarize myself with my text messages. Oh, I don't.
I think my weirdest text message as of recent probably came from my brother.
Okay.
It was
What was that?
probably some sort of meme.
Oh, memes will do it. Memes will do it. Okay, I found mine. But you go first.
Um, I don't know where. Sometimes he just walks up to me and he's like, "Look." I'm like, "This is dumb. Why'd you show this to me?" Okay,
The new
maybe
way
it
of
was me.
communication.
Maybe it was me that sent it to him. I sent him that Marcus the Worm thing that's become popular.
Oh yes, I don't like this rock. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That one is
made
great.
a song sampling Marcus
That's
and
awesome.
released it and I
It's on
sent it to
Spotify?
him. Yeah,
Okay, you'll have to send me the link to that because I want to
I
hear
will.
that.
It's 53 seconds long.
That's
So I had to make
amazing.
an extended version where I added a bag of chips rustling and a crunching sound. So
Oh my
Marcus gets
gosh.
his chips in the end.
Oh, perfect. It's a happy ending. That's great.
Exactly. That was
Brilliant.
probably the weirdest thing I've sent to him.
Brilliant. Oh my gosh. I think the weirdest text this week was it's not even weird, it's just kind of a cringy throwback is my best friend from high school.
Yeah.
She sent me this video of my friends and I used to dress up and play like family. So it would
Yeah.
be like we were like three friends and someone would be the dad and we went all out. Like my friend Caitlin like had a full on like eyeliner beard and mustache,
Yeah.
the beanie, like it looked fantastic. But yeah, we would play family, and there's actually videos, and it's super cringy. So that was
That's
probably the
fair.
weirdest test because I just did that with like no back, no, nothing, just no warning. Whoa, forgot that.
I love it.
On
That's
how if any weird things come through.
oh yeah. Well, I might throw in another fun random question in the middle of our conversation. Just throw you off.
Perfect.
So,
That's all right. That's how my brain works. It's like I'm over here and I'm over here now and I'm over here. So
oh
bring it
yeah.
on.
Okay. I'm gonna take you up on that challenge.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna start with I like to call this your superhero origin story. Like if we
Okay.
were to make Iron Man 1, but it's you and your story.
Okay.
I want you to go back as far as you can, like first getting into music, how you really, got started in music. Take us all the way from there. I mean, heck, you can even go as far back as coming out of the womb. I've had something kind of like that before, so nothing phases me.
All
Um,
right.
all the way up to where you are now.
Sick. Okay. Well, I'll jump around a little bit because, like I said, I don't think in normal patterns. But
Linear
I was a
timelines are boring, anyways.
yeah, exactly, exactly. I was a petri dish baby, so I was created in a petri dish, and then, boom, I
Okay.
was born. And then skipping ahead a little bit, when I was 2, I found my dad's guitar. So my mom got my dad a guitar for their anniversary before I was even born, and it was an acoustic Yamaha. I actually have it right over there, but
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, it's super cool. And my dad never played it. So eventually I found it. I was 2 and I picked it up and it was bigger than me. I actually have videos of me playing this thing like an upright bass because it was
That's
literally
cute.
larger than I was.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the introduction to, okay, guitar is pretty cool. But my parents always had DVDs of like Prince on and Alice in Chains and Joe
Yeah.
Satriani. Like they were always playing, and I was just floored at. It was always the coolest thing. And then they got me my own guitar when I was 7, and it was this little pink fairy acoustic guitar, which I have also somewhere laying around the house, but it's
That's
in
cool.
terrible condition. It's disgusting. Um, but yeah, my dad actually brought that to a hunting camp like a few years ago, and it's like a hunting camp of like 50 men that just get together to go hunting before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and they were all passing the pink guitar around, so it came back filthy. But yeah, it still sounds like crap. But yeah, so I had my own acoustic guitar and I played that for a while, and I'm like, acoustic's like kind of not my thing. I don't want to be the girl that's strumming chords and playing acoustic guitar. Like no shame in that. That's
Nah.
awesome, and honestly it's really hard. I think it can be like doing it right can be really hard.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want electric. So I did my first I had a guitar teacher, and he told me I couldn't sing and play at the same time, that I would never be able to do that. And so I was like, okay, I'll just stick to guitar for the rest of my life. That's fine. And so I did my first recital and played this little blues kind of thing that I had written. And then that night, my parents and I went to Guitar Center, and it was closing. It was literally like 5 minutes from closing. We were those people that night. They were
Oh,
like, we're
I
gonna
see.
buy a guitar. I know,
Yeah,
I
we're
felt that, but
those
it's
people.
like, yeah. I'm like, we're gonna buy a guitar. So I got a Fender, like Squire, one of the cheap Fenders, as my first, and I never looked back. I was like, electric guitar is it. This is it. And I grew up in Kentucky, northern Kentucky, and there's a lot of bluegrass down there and country
Oh, yeah.
and open jams and bluegrass jams, and so I would go to open jam sessions, and there was this one open jam session, open mic, that was at the bottom of like the hill from my house that I could literally walk to,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
that's where I met my like the best guitar mentor, one of the best guitar mentors I've ever had. His name was John Riddell. He's awesome. He's still around. He's fantastic.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's crushing it. He's super cool. But he's the one that introduced me to the blues, like officially. And he was the one that told me, who the hell told you that you can't sing and play at the same time? Like, that's a bunch of bullshit. So, like, okay, that's a good point. So he started like playing, pentatonic box and improvising and things. I was like, what is that? What is that? Tell me what that is. He's like, it's the blues. I'm like, you came up with that on the spot out of nowhere? You just improvised? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, show me how to do that. And that's what we worked on. And it blew my mind every single week. And I would go down to the open jam and, solo and improv over people's songs and stuff. And that was the best like situation for learning music I think I could have ever been in, is just being thrown in with a bunch of 60-year-olds and up.
Yeah.
And everyone looks like they want to hurt you, but they're actually the sweetest people in the world.
Yep.
And I'm just this 10-year-old girl. And yeah, it was a great environment though to learn and flourish. And I went to more open mics, and then I joined a bluegrass band and was in a bluegrass band for a while, and kind of southern rock, classic rock cover band as well,
Yeah.
growing up. And then I put my own band together by meeting some people at open jams and then started writing my own music because I was a terrible student. And this is why that mentor was so great, is he encouraged me to just go play and write.
Yeah.
And why the first mentor and the second mentor wasn't like that, because they were like, oh, no, you need to learn what's on this paper here, which is good. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to write my own stuff and I just want to play around. So my last mentor, like, really encouraged that, and I'm so thankful for it. But yeah, and that's kind of what started with what got started with the blues, and then I put my own band together and started playing around town, and then got shows outside of town, and then started touring in all over the US, and then eventually Canada, and yeah, we were all over the place. And then I went, I don't want to play the blues anymore because people keep telling me blues isn't this, blues is that, blues isn't this, blues is that. I'm like, okay, well, what if I just play rock? Because rock came from the blues, and no one tells you what rock is or like what it, has to be. Like, I noticed with metal too, there's a lot of gatekeeping with that's not death metal, or that's this one thing, and it has to fit in a box. So like what I've noticed about, and that's why I'm leaning more towards calling myself rock, is because rock is like, okay, it could be many, many different things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's very broad. So yeah, and hence now I've worked with George Lever on the recent music, and he did like Sleep Token and Loathe and Monuments. He's a genius. And Ken Lewis, who's worked with Ariana Grande and Lana Del Rey, and like those two worlds, bringing those together was super fun. And now we're here, and I'm preparing for tour next year.
I'm excited for that.
Sorry, that was a big yap.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. Well, let's talk about your new music. Let's talk about.
Please.
Let's get into the nitty gritty. We'll talk about the broader scope of what's coming afterwards. But what makes one of your songs your song? How do you go from it's in your head into what fully produced song is? I lost my train of thought.
No, the train was there. It was there.
He was chugging. He
was chugging.
Faltered a few times, but he made it to the station.
Yeah, so it's changed over the years. Actually, it's become harder over the years, because when I was 12 or 13 writing my first album, I could just write anything and nothing was incorrect. Like, it was just freedom. Yeah. And not that what I do now or like what I write now isn't that, but I've tried to get back to that state of, okay, it doesn't matter. Like, I just want to write what I want to write, get it out, and then we can make it better afterwards. And that's kind of been my mindset. Like for this group of 12 songs I did with George, I had a bunch of demos, and we scrapped a few of them actually and threw them out the window when I got over to the UK. Like, he listened to them for the first time, he turns around, he goes, "What's supposed to be happening here?" And I was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. And then there were other songs though where I was very sure about, okay, I want this, I know I need this. It just depends on the song. Okay. Because for like a year and a half before I went over to the UK to record with George and work on these songs with him, I was really hashing out demos and getting all the ideas I possibly could out into Logic and trying new things. And yeah, and a lot of it came from guitar. So I started a lot of my songs with a guitar riff because I was the riff girl on Instagram. I was constantly writing my own, riffs and things, and I was taking a lot of those riffs and then expanding them into songs. And when I went over to the UK, George was like, "Do you start every song with guitar?" And also my other mentor, James, who's amazing, he's so cool, he was like, he also asked the same thing, and I was like, oh shit, I kind of do. Like, I reach for my guitar with anything I want to write, the guitar has to be first. And they're like, why don't you try not doing that? Because you don't need to constantly rely on the guitar. You can create without it. Like, it's like an artist that paints with a paintbrush all the time. Like, giving them a pencil, they're going to create something entirely different from what they normally create. So I think that was kind of their thinking. And yeah, it brought out some really fun things. So just trying new things and also trying to not start everything on guitar. Yeah, has been really cool. But yeah, it changes.
I have a habit of doing that too. I have to go, stay over there. I'm not touching you. I need to sit here and look at something.
A fun pedal or like a different tone, at least change something.
Yeah.
can really bring out some fun, or bring in the worm meme. What is it? I forgot what.
Marcus.
Yes, Marcus. Sorry, it escaped my brain. Yeah, start with a worm.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Funny how that came about. My buddy Thomas, who's in Face Yourself,
Sick.
posted something. He said something about smooth brain energy. And I was like, that's fair. He's like, yeah, I'm in deathcore. That's all it is. I was like, that's fair. And then I realized him and like 20 other people that are either my friends or that I follow are all following Marcus pages on Instagram. And I'm
That's
like,
amazing. There's a correlation here.
I was like, metal?
Yeah,
Marcus? Marcus core.
that's perfect.
And so I
You've
took the
unlocked
dumbest
something.
idea. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you've brought two worlds together that were meant to be together. It is the peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly. And then since then, I've been seeing a lot of Marcus mashups. Like they took Hurt and
Oh, jeez.
used Marcus. It said, "I don't like this rock. It's
I can hear it in
pissing
my
me
head.
off."
Yep.
I was like, "Oh my!" And
That's
it's just,
fantastic. So
I'm
is
like,
that
this is what needed.
your For You page can reveal a lot about yourself. So is that
Oh
your For
yeah.
You page is Marcus and Metal?
Oh yeah, Marcus and Metal, and then randomly
Brilliant.
like Sabrina Carpenter or something like that.
Nice. I built this brick by brick.
That's my
Sick.
Spotify rap for you.
Yeah.
Random metal and then the occasional random pop.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter slaps. I adore her so much. And her like lyrics, everything is just so clever. Yeah.
My record came in yesterday. I bought a the short and sweet record
Oh my
deluxe
gosh.
edition on vinyl, and it came
That's
in
so
yesterday. I
cool.
completely forgot about that. I
I
need to
love that.
open that up
I
later.
it is so cool when you meet someone who's like, I love metal and like deathcore and things like that. And then you're like, but also Sabrina Carpenter.
No, exactly. You know,
Perfect.
I like the 80s like synth pop,
Yes.
80s pop rock type of vibe.
Hmm.
So any
Do you
chance
like
I get to,
Leprous?
yes.
I love them. They're so good. I'm friends with them, and they are the sweetest people in the world. But yeah, they seem to take like the kind of synth 80s synth pop ish vibes and
Yeah.
then work it into metal and prog, and it's so cool. They do it so well, so
80s
well.
synth is just there's something about that classic 80s synthesizer sound
Yeah,
that you're just like, I feel it.
100%. What is it like? Mike Dean has like so many synthesizers on his wall, like and they're
Yep.
all like ultra vintage.
I think of when I think of 80s synth, I think of The Police
Oh yeah.
and like Phil Collins, and then I think of like, well, I hate to say it, but I Had the Time of My Life was number one on my Spotify Wrapped.
Oh
Um,
my gosh, that's
so I think
awesome.
of that too.
Yep,
That was
I
for
can hear
a
it.
cruise gig I did. So,
Oh heck yeah, that's awesome. Where did the cruise go?
uh, the islands.
Nice. Which
Yeah.
island?
Uh,
Just islands.
I can't even remember.
Cool. That's pretty much tour. Any kind of travel
Oh
with
yeah, you
music
just
is.
go.
We're
Yeah,
here.
there
We're
was this
we're where
place.
today?
Yeah, one of the bands I'm in, we did a small run up into Virginia and back, and I can't tell you where we went.
No, you mark it based off of where you stopped for food. That's where I go. I literally have
I
a
went to
guide.
Sheets 3 times.
Did you?
Does that count?
We went to they kind of all look the same, so there's probably not a good marker point.
No, it was the same one.
Oh jeez. Well then there you go. That's easy to remember.
Yeah, and I
Brilliant.
remember something about a Smiling Friends T-shirt that
There you go.
one somebody bought while we were at the mall charging my car.
Oh jeez. The things that you remember on tour. Never
Oh yeah,
useful, always fun.
nothing important,
Nope.
just the fun stuff.
Exactly. That's what tour's about.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure you've got some fun tour stories we can pull out of
I
you. But
have a few, yes.
we'll get to that.
Perfect.
So, how does I gotta say, this is about Logic. First off, great job. I'm glad you use Logic. So do I.
Yes, I was trained in Pro Tools. That's what my certification is in, but I threw that out the window after 2 years of pulling my hair out from it.
Oh yeah. I've been using Pro Tools all this week for a project I've been
I'm
working on.
sorry.
And it's like a dialogue sound effects project, and it's crashed
Nice.
at least 30 times in the past week.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I was working on it last night and it crashed on me. I said, nope, nope, nope.
Yep,
I got right in my bed and went to
we're
sleep.
done.
I was like,
We're
I'm
done
done
here.
for the night.
Yep. Yeah, the spinny wheel of death. That's how you know it's over.
Oh yeah. It didn't even give me the spinny wheel. It just said disappeared
No,
off
no
of
warning.
it disappeared off the Mac. And I was like,
Oh, man.
okay then.
Crazy. Yep, that's Pro Tools.
And I was working on something else and forgot that it has a feature where you can go and recover your things because it saves
Oh,
like the last
yes.
10 edits you did. I didn't
Did you
realize
enjoy it?
that, so I redid the same project 6 times because I completely
No.
forgot about it.
Oh no. Well, the thing is, Logic is so intuitive. Like, if that happens in Logic, it just comes back up. Do you want the autosave version? Yes, please. Thank you for reminding me. So Pro Tools is like, here's a labyrinth that you have to go through in order to get anything important done.
And it's like hidden in the depths of your computer's files.
Yes.
It's not anywhere obvious.
Yeah. But also, Logic has like lots of colors and images and
I do like
labels, and it's
colors.
just, yeah, it's so much more visually appealing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Logic Pro Tools is not visually appealing in the slightest.
No. Pro Tools and then the plugin Melodyne. They haven't updated that. It's ancient and it burns my eyeballs out of my sockets looking at it. It is the ugliest plugin I have ever seen.
Pro Tools just has some ugly plugins. They work great. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but they are ugly as sin.
Yeah. Yeah, they need a new design team.
Yeah. But hey, as long as people continue to pay the amount that they do for it,
Yeah.
they will still keep it the way. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's kind of there. But there's so much awesome technology and new things coming out. Like there's that new DAW software, is it Luna that comes with what is that? What are those products? UAD products?
Yeah.
So like it comes with it, and I have friends that are using that and raving about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna move from Logic, but I mean, I might learn Ableton possibly for playback, but Logic's been great for playback so far. So, knock on wood.
Ableton has sat at the bottom of my computer screen. In fact, I can see it right here for 2 years, and I have not touched it once.
So what you're saying is, nah, I don't need it.
I'm like, I tried to use it, and then I was like, you know what? I know how to use Logic 10 times easier than it would take me to learn this whole thing right here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just went back to Logic.
It's the logical thing to do.
Exactly.
That's why they named it that, probably. I don't know. I don't know the origin story.
Me neither, but I'm sure it's a good one.
Yes.
We'll just take your story and we'll make that canon.
Perfect. Yes.
That's the Logic Pro canon. They said this is the logical way to do things, and that's how it came to be.
That's how it came to be. Simple as that.
I love it.
Short and sweet, as Sabrina Carpenter would say.
That's right.
We're working it in.
This is definitely the most punny episode I've ever done.
Wonderful. I'm not usually the pun master, so I'm
You are today.
impressed. I guess so, yeah.
Well, of course, we have to ask not just about how you write a music. Yep.
Write a music.
It's been a long day.
Sorry.
How you write a music, but about your a music coming out.
Yes. Yeah, so it's interesting because with this, so I have 3 albums out, but they're all under Aaron Coburn versus Coburn, and they're the blues stuff and earlier things when I was learning how to do stuff, and it was fun. I learned a lot from that. And now I have my new name, Coburn, in all caps.
Yep.
And I've been drip releasing, so it's like single, 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 single. Because basically no one knows who Coburn is. So if I were to throw an album out there, people would be like, oh, cool, and then forget, like, the next week. So it's like, okay, I have 12 songs fully finished. They're mastered. They're ready to go. I have them right now. So I was like, I can just release these like every 4 to 6 weeks and constantly have some hype and yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been the plan. It might change. I think I want to eventually release it all as an album. So I think I'll release maybe 6 to 8 singles, and then the rest will be on the album when it comes out. But that's the plan. It's been fun.
Yeah, and
yes,
they're great. I love them.
Thank you.
I was jamming them all day yesterday.
Heck yeah, I appreciate that.
Because whenever I have somebody come on the podcast, I listen to all their music. If they have a large discography, I might only listen to it once. But when you have a smaller discography, you listen to it a bunch of times, get all the nice little niche stuff that you listen to. You maybe listen to it on your phone, and then maybe you listen to it in the car. You get a different experience.
100%.
That's what I did yesterday, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, I love that. I'm so glad.
Well, let's talk
the next
about
one's coming out
two.
January 5th. So
Oh,
I'm excited. Yeah, literally right around the corner.
I'm excited about that too.
Me too.
Well, let's talk about these two songs.
Yes.
Tell us about them. Give me the lore.
Totally. So, Super Ugly was the first single, and that one has a bit of a backstory with it. When I was little, I was a really weird kid. I was the chicken girl. Chickens were my best friends, and I shit you not, chickens were my best friends. That's why I'm covered in chicken tattoos. I have chicken tattoos on my shins, on my arms, and I'm gonna be covered in more. But anyway, regardless, the chickens. Yeah, so I was a weird kid, and I always, I would write to the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. I'd write them letters, and those letters said basically the same thing every single time. It was, I want to be like a monster or like a shapeshifter. I want to be able to change my shape and be something big and scary and strong and like really cool. And meanwhile, you have like all the other girls in my class were like, I want to be a princess. And I'm like over here like, make me into something hideous. And yeah, I got bullied quite a bit in school because of the whole chicken thing, and also like I was not fashionable whatsoever. I was always wearing things that people were like, what in the world? Like, I loved suspenders. I wore suspenders a lot to school. I loved wearing suspenders, and that was not a normal thing. So I was told that I was in some group chats and photos like, what is this? What is she wearing? But yeah, so
mean.
Super Ugly though. I was like, man, if I could be something big and scary, no one would ever mess with me. I could just do my thing. And yeah, so that's where Super Ugly came from. I still want to be a monster sometimes, and that's why I go to the gym, because I'm like, that's the closest I can get is by getting big and strong. But yeah, and I wrote Super Ugly because of it. And then the Rider is a spicier one.
It definitely is. The first time I listened to it, I was like, okay, that's spicy.
Yeah, so okay. I adore artists like The Weeknd, and I love R&B and like bedroom music like that. I love that kind of stuff. It is one of my favorite kinds of music, and that's like probably the music I've listened to the most in my entire life. So I've always wanted to write songs that have spicier elements and tap into that, because people, I don't think, expect that from me, especially because I was a musician that was a child musician. So growing up, it's like they're always going to see you as this kid, and now I'm like, okay, I'm not that anymore, and I want to be able to express that and kind of and be proud of it. And that's something that I want to give a voice to people that feel like they should be ashamed of, expressing sexuality or expressing things like that. I want to, say it's okay to like talk about that and be proud of it. And so that's kind of why I wrote The Rider. It's also it's
a fun song.
It's a fun song. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to write too.
I like the play on words in it.
Yes.
It's very
multiple meanings.
It's a clever song.
Thank you. There's a few more of those that will be released for sure.
Well, I'm not saying that Super Ugly isn't clever either.
Oh,
but it's
different.
Yeah, you got different vibes to it.
Totally. The next song that's releasing is actually about like banding together, and actually in this industry, I'm just gonna talk about this. I'm kind of excited about this song that's
Go
coming
for
out.
it. I want to
In
hear
the
it.
industry, I've always been told, and actually some of my friends too, have always been told there's not enough room for like multiple women in the room, like especially like women in music. And
Yeah.
if there's been labels that have said, oh, like we already have the like woman in rock slot like filled. Like you only have one slot for that, like, and there's like 20 other guy bands over here. So I was always puzzled by that, and I didn't like the feeling of, okay, if another woman is walking into the room, that I feel like I have to like hackles raise and be like, I'm better. Like I think that's so dumb because
Yeah.
like
No.
I see especially in metal, there's a lot of like camaraderie with like the guys. It's like y'all are just friends and everyone's just homies, and there's room for everyone on this stage and we're all lifting each other up. And I'm like, why can't women in music do that? And
Yeah.
then I started to realize it's like we're told from a young age that you have to stand out, you have to have all the attention, you have to do this, whatever, like, and there's not enough room or things like that. And it just really pissed me off. So I wrote this song. It's called Man-Made Enemies, and that's what's releasing. And it's about talking about, okay, wait a minute, let's take a closer look. Why are we enemies? What is this about? Okay, fuck that. Like, let's not do that. So yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
I like that. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Well, I definitely can't wait to hear that. I'm sure
Can't
it's
wait
going to
for
be a certified banger like the other two.
Yes.
But that's a cool concept. You're
Thanks.
definitely right. That is sort of a commonality, not just in like just in music in general, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's not just with women. Like there is a competition element for a lot of things. Like, oh, there's only one. There can only be one. It's like, do you know how many musicians are out there and artists are out there, and how many people that need music in their life? Like, even though there's millions of songs being released today, like Friday alone, I
Yeah.
think there's still a need for more music because not all of those songs are going to fill the spaces that people need or fill the voids that people need or relate to them. Like there's
Yeah.
always something that, people are missing, and music can bring that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, not everything just because it resonates with the general audience doesn't mean that it resonates with everybody. Sometimes people need
Exactly.
that niche song about wearing suspenders.
Yeah, exactly that. I'm gonna find my suspender chicken loving audience. That's the next step.
There you go. That's gonna be the hidden track on the record.
100%. Yes,
Suspender
it's
chicken.
after the next one.
There you go. Well, let's move on. Of
Yes.
course, we have to talk about your influences. Let's talk about the influences for the two songs and the upcoming songs.
Yes.
What are your big influences for these
So
wonderful pieces of music?
thank you for
Yeah.
those. There was a lot. I actually had like a whole playlist on Spotify that I was like listening to before I went to go write those songs, but I don't know if I really pulled from it or not. Like The Weeknd was on there a lot. I loved listening to like his older stuff, and then like Chase Atlantic, and a lot of like not heavy stuff. But then there would also be like Knocked Loose and things that
Yeah.
this music still doesn't even sound like any of that. I feel like,
Yeah.
but they definitely inspired it. And of course, there's older influences like Alice in Chains because I grew up with them. Like I adore their stuff. I love that the riffs are heavy and sludgy and the harmonies and the vocals. But yeah, a lot of pop actually influenced this too. And it wasn't just music. Like when I went to record the vocals and write lyrics for this stuff with my producer Ken Lewis, the other producer, he has this. So he lives like 20 minutes from me, which is awesome. But he
That
has
is
this
cool.
projector wall like in his studio, like all like three walls, giant projectors. So and the microphone is sat like in the corner, so you're just surrounded by the projector. So I can go. So there's a song in this collection called My Darling Nightmare, and this is just a very specific example.
Yeah.
And that song I wrote about Pennywise, the it clown. I
Yeah.
had a dream about Pennywise, and I was like, okay, I need to. And it was a reoccurring dream. I was like,
Okay.
I need to write about this. And so Ken and I put like scenes of it on
That's
the projector.
cool.
It looped for 6 hours that day,
Oh
and
my.
like yeah, when we were writing, and then when I went to record the vocals, it was also around me. But yeah, like movies and things definitely influenced as well. But this whole collection was about, like, there was a common thread of fear and like facing fears and, you know, coming out on top. And that is like, yeah, kind of what inspired it.
I like it. Yeah. Well, as for the It thing, you've got enough material. There's 2 full movies and the original TV show
Yes, the
movie.
Welcome to Derry show, which is so
Yeah.
good.
Is it? I have
So
not seen
good.
any of it yet.
It's terrifying. I don't like scary movies. I don't like scary things at all. But for some reason, the It universe, I love. I adore it.
I think it's Stephen King. He has that sort of style that's like even
Yeah.
people who don't like horror recognize
Mm-hmm.
he's got
Something.
something good.
Yes,
And
100%.
then he writes the occasional weird chapter in the book and
Yeah, I've heard
you
of that
go,
one.
why'd you do that again? He goes,
Yeah,
I don't
what?
even know. He's like, I don't remember writing this.
I blacked out.
Quite literally, if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this. Stephen
Yeah.
King, if I'm wrong, hit me up. We'll fix this
Yeah,
right
right?
now.
You know what's
Um,
funny is Super Ugly actually in the chorus. What is it? Let's see. Wolf's clothing. So the line that goes "a wolf in wolf's clothing" actually used to be like a Stephen King, like a Stephen King. Like
oh, that's cool.
it was that, and then my producer was like, yeah, but because we're in the sync world, he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think that would be synced because not all movies and things are going to want to be tied to Stephen King. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so. And like Wolf in Wolf's Clothing sings so much better, but that was the
Yeah.
original lyric. I was so sold on that too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There are just some lyrics that you go, yeah, I wrote that. I don't it works. It fits totally within like a cadence and a sound, and then you're like, okay, I understand that this does not
Yeah.
this
There
is
was
not it.
there was a podcast I was listening to a bit ago. I think it was the Downbeat, and like I forgot who they had on, but the guy was talking about some lyric that they wrote, recorded it. It's fully committed. It's out there, but they don't sing that in the live shows because they're like, "Why did I think of this other one? It works so much better." But now it's like out in the world
What
as
is that?
the
I know which
thing.
episode you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
talking about? Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't the
that
Will
was.
Ramos one. That one.
Oh, that was
All I
so
can
good
remember
though.
from that
The
one is the
scooter.
Honda. Yep, the
Yes.
Honda Moto Compacto available in your area.
He's gonna sell so many of those.
I almost
I
bought one.
adore Will Ramos because of him. You
Yeah,
almost got one.
I saw it on the Facebook Marketplace, like $200. I almost bought it.
You should have, and then you should have like, oh, you should have done that and then tagged him in it. Like people
Yeah.
should do that, so then he can get his endorsement from them.
Yes.
That'd be so cool. That'd be
Like
so cool.
like how the Downbeat now has the Monster Energy.
Yeah, and Neural's been doing a lot
Yeah.
of Downbeat episodes. Yeah,
And then
that's
Kubla
freaking
Khan
awesome.
has a Monster Energy
Do they?
endorsement now, I think.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think so. Don't quote me on that either.
I see Liquid Death sponsoring some more artists and stuff. Which
Yeah.
is really cool. Yeah,
And then you have the Vans Warp Tour water.
yeah. They've always been very
I've seen
involved.
that in stores and I'm like, I'm still not gonna buy that. That's a scary thought.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen it in stores.
It says Warp Tour water. I'm like, I don't want to taste Warp Tour in water.
It's just a bunch of sweat and like
Yeah.
corrosion from strings.
Yep. It's pure hose water
Yeah.
that came from the ground of the very place that they had Warp Tours at.
Exactly. I never got to experience Warp Tour.
I didn't either.
Oh, so sad.
I
So sad.
I'm sure I could have if I'd like I'd known about it, but I didn't know about
yeah.
like I had no idea there was one here in North Carolina.
Oh, for real?
I was like, oh, you guys did that every year till like 2018. Well, that would have been good to know.
Yeah, right?
And it was at the
I think they're
same
just
place I
relying
saw.
on- Oh,
What
go
did
ahead.
you say?
Oh, they're just relying on word of mouth, I think. Maybe.
Yeah. It was at the same place that I took my buddy to his first concert, which was Iron Maiden.
Oh my gosh, that's a good first concert.
It was Iron Maiden
Jeez.
and Ghost before they blew up.
Oh my gosh.
So they had gotten
That's
done
crazy.
doing Square Hammer and all that stuff. So they were picking up, but they
Yeah.
hadn't hit what they are now.
Yeah, they're insane now. I never got on the ghost train. I can appreciate them, but it's just not my thing.
That's totally understandable. I mean,
Yeah.
they've moved away from that metal that they had for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely like 80s. It's full
Yeah.
on 80s pop
It's
rock production
definitely
now.
yes, it's definitely that. Oh, I forgot to mention Nothing But Thieves was a huge influence for the new stuff.
Okay. I
Are
like
you
that.
familiar with them?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Like their older stuff, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
alt rock kind of stuff. Them and Cage the Elephant. Yeah.
Yes.
Freaking awesome.
Whenever I think of Cage the Elephant, I think of Borderlands 2, the video game.
Were they in that?
Yeah,
Oh,
they have
that's so cool.
it ain't no rest for the wicked's on there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That song would be really good for video games.
It's the opener, so it
Oh, hell yeah.
introduces the plot and the characters that you get the option to play as. And it's
That's
just
such
so
a cool
cool.
placement.
They always have good songs for that. Cage the Elephant
Oh,
was
yeah.
that one. Man, I can't remember the other ones, but they're just as good. And
That's so
it sets
cool.
up a vibe for what inevitably is a ridiculous game.
I don't think I've ever. Would it be beginner friendly?
The second one is. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Maybe
it
I'll try
feels
that.
like a lot to take in, but it's not a
Yeah.
lot. You just don't think about
Got
statistics.
it. Okay, because I just got an Xbox handed down to me, and I'm like, I want to play a game, but I don't know where to start. So I think I did.
I've got some recommendations I'll send you.
Skyrim, like for
Yes.
10 minutes, but I spent, or no, probably like for an hour. I spent like 45 minutes of that hour on making my character,
Yep.
and then I tried to get past the first round of trying to escape the dragon or find the door or something, and I literally couldn't.
That was the same way when I first played Skyrim. I was like, what am I
What's going
doing here?
on?
What?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll go fight the dragon. No, you're
Nope,
not. You're not
not the
supposed to go
answer.
do that. He's the end game. He's not. He's not the first thing you fight. I'm like,
Starting big.
yeah. I'm like,
Brilliant.
fist ready.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm
They're like,
about to
oh
fist
my,
fight a
they're-
dragon.
Yeah. The confidence.
That's some like Dungeons and Dragons shit right there.
Oh,
Just
I would love
wanting
to
to-
play D&D. Do you play D&D?
I used to run D&D campaigns.
Is this from D&D? This dragon? Can you see
Kind
it?
of looks. Yeah, that kind of looks like it. Looks like
Yeah.
Tiamat.
When
Or
I
not.
got this, I had no idea it was from D&D. I just loved the dragon, and I
Yeah.
had them do, like, I was looking for cockatrice, like half chicken, half dragon, and this is what
Yeah.
came up. And I was like, yeah, I want that. I was playing a festival in Michigan and called Blissfest, which is so much fun. But some person after my show comes up to me and goes, "You are sick. I didn't know you had a Dungeons and Dragons tattoo either." And I'm like, I do?
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Because you're
Yeah,
like, I had no clue, but
I had no
Hell
idea.
yeah.
I played D&D once in my life. It was after this tattoo, and I loved it. And I want to do it again. But I feel like that would be a fun tour activity. But it, like,
yeah, it's gotta be.
yeah, maybe that would be fun on tour. That would be cool. Pass some time.
I mean, you take like, I mean, you could take like an hour every night and just do a little bit each night.
Exactly. Well, what was it? The home team was playing Magic the Gathering at like their recent show, like on stage.
Yeah, I love
Great.
watching. There was a mosh pit clip where they were playing Magic the Gathering in the middle of the mosh pit. People were moshing around them,
That's
and
so
they had
fun.
like the commander deck whole set up. I don't really
Oh
know how
my
that game
gosh.
works.
I love that when people do random things in the pit.
Yeah, like the rowing.
Yes, before I die, that needs to happen before I leave this earth is a rowing pit. I want to start a rowing pit.
Hell yeah.
Please. I wrote a song actually. There's one of the songs. So there are 3 songs, 2 or 3 songs out of the whole collection of the 12 that are a lot heavier than the other ones.
Yeah.
And one of them could totally start a rowing pit. My fingers are crossed.
Well,
Those are so cool.
when you release that, you got to put a little caption that says "Tour Rowing Pit."
Yes.
There.
This is what happens. Yes.
Insert rowing pit meme here.
Yes.
That's
It's gonna
perfect.
happen.
Oh, yeah.
manifest it. We're gonna clip. We're gonna take like 5 seconds from this podcast of me saying that, and then like the actual video of it happening. Finally,
There we
you can
go.
find
That's
before and
perfect.
after. Yes.
Well, I do make clips for these episodes, so I'm sure it'll come up.
Perfect.
In fact, the fact that we said clip will probably be how it gets clipped.
Even better.
I use this thing, spoiler behind the scenes. I use this thing called Opus Clips. I guess it's not very spoiler. It says Opus Clips up in the top right-hand corner. But
Got it.
that's how I get my clips, because it auto filters throughout the entire podcast for like buzzwords and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I get some really cool ones, and then I get some really odd ones. Like it'll take part of the clip at the beginning and part of the clip at the end, shove the end at the beginning, and then push it a little forward. I'm like, how did we even get here?
Yeah, what is this conversation about? Chickens and then what?
Yeah, I have a feeling it would take something like where we were talking about chickens at the beginning, and then it'll take somewhere in the middle about a monster and somehow clip that together.
Yes.
Which would be pretty interesting, but would not very accurately portray any of what we've been talking about.
Clickbait.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes that works, I guess.
Yes, it's true. It's true. But I think this is a pretty interesting conversation.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I've got some more fun questions here.
All right.
Of course, we have to talk about... I don't use this question a lot because people don't like the term guilty pleasure for music.
Okay.
But I like to think of it as not necessarily songs that you're ashamed of listening to, but songs that people wouldn't expect you to listen to.
That's a tough one.
Like I always say Sabrina Carpenter because people think of me as the rock and metal guy because that's who comes on my podcast the most.
Yeah.
But I like rap and pop and all of that, and The Weeknd, who, by the way, is number 1 on Spotify.
Really?
Taylor Swift is number 5.
Wow, that's cool that The Weeknd is number 1. I mean,
he's been number 1 for a year and a half now.
Jeez, that's a placeholder. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, and the amount of money I'm sure he gets, or at least his record label.
Oh yeah, whatever the deal is.
Yeah, probably not a great one.
I don't know. I feel like, because I'm pretty open about, I listen to all kinds of stuff. Like, my favorite song that I have been beating to death, like at least recently, is Labyrinthian by Humanity's Last Breath.
Yeah.
I adore that song. I love Humanity's Last Breath so much.
They're so nice too.
This one is not really like, I'm not ashamed at all for listening to this. I just think it's cool and like wouldn't expect it. Is one of my friends who actually I've been taking lessons from, Jake he plays for Pliny. He's an insane guitar player. Yeah. So he recommended Chris Thiel. He's like this mandolin player. Okay. And it is some of the coolest. I guess you can call it bluegrass, but like he has a band called something Creek, Nickel Creek. That's really good. And like the harmonies are like not normal bluegrass harmonies. It's like Alice in Chains like came into bluegrass, and then I don't know how to describe it, but he's like an insane musician. Like Jake was like, he's probably like, he could be one of the best musicians in this entire world. I'm like, I believe that. So I'd probably say that, because I wouldn't expect myself to say that I listen to that kind of music, but it's brilliant. It is so well done.
Now, most people don't know that I like listening to like old French music.
Oh, okay. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, I'm sure I've got a couple in here on my Spotify, because...
Do they have like the squeeze box?
One of them does, in fact, have an accordion on there.
Yeah, they have squeeze boxes and then they have accordions. They're two different things.
Oh, they've got both in them. You can tell. Cool. You can tell who's got what.
They'd be stacked.
Yeah, they double up on that. They want the down.
Double the squeeze box action.
Where is it at?
What an interesting name.
I'm trying to scroll through. Here's Dying Wish, Have Mercy, Movement.
I wonder if anyone's put squeeze box into metal.
I think we have to do this now.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool. And then insert Marcus in there at some point.
Yeah, there we go.
The ultimate band.
Oh yeah, this would blow people's mind for sure.
I think so.
What's French song now? Well, that's not French.
Do you know French?
Oh, Edith Piaf, non je ne. Yeah, I don't know how to say that one.
Okay.
I could
Okay.
I
Edith
can
Path that I
read a
can
little
remember.
bit, but I can't speak. I can do numbers. That's about it.
Okay, that's a start.
I know a bunch of different versions of one. That that's about as far as I can get, up to three.
Start at one.
I can count to four, which is more, sometimes five, which is more than most musicians can.
It's true. That's true. That's very true. I only know how to count to four.
I mean, Psycho Stick had that song. They go, "I can only count to four. I cannot." It's a play on
Wait, I was
bodies.
gonna I was gonna say I think I yeah I've heard that. I've heard that.
I saw it live. It is just as ridiculous as it is um in the video.
I love when metal bands do like ridiculous things like that. Like there's this band called Leo that did a cover of WAP,
That's
and
fantastic.
I love it. Like it is actually one of my go-to gym songs. It is
Okay.
so fire. And he sings all of it. Like he's talking about the trunk. He's talking about everything,
Oh,
and it goes hard though. It goes hard.
hell yeah.
Yes.
I love a good metal cover of a rock song or of a pop
100%.
song.
Yes. And also like when Spirit Box did that collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. More
COBURN the
of that,
rock remix.
please. Yes.
It's just dun gun, dun gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
So
simple, yet it
It
feeds
hits.
it. Yeah, it's straight fire,
Yeah.
straight banger, whatever kids use these days.
Exactly that. That's the thing is, I do love complicated music like Animals as Leaders and like prog like Leprous and Tesseract and where you're counting sometimes, but
Yeah,
I also love the music where you can just turn your brain off and be okay. I'm in it. Like not that I don't do that with the complex music, but it's
Yeah.
harder as a musician because you're like I need to know how they're doing this. What is happening?
it's like what scale are they using here?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I believe this is a 9/16 time
Yeah.
signature, right into a 5/7.
Yeah. Is that polymeter?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You'll just be listening to be like, wait a second, hold on, I need to go back here a second.
Yes. Yeah, my head was in a circle the whole Animals as Leaders concert. I'm like, okay.
Peripheries like that too. You're like,
Yeah.
I can't clap along to the song. You've changed meters 6 times.
Yeah. I love them. I just saw them recently. My friend, well, Jake plays for Periphery, and
Yeah.
he's a friend, and he's again another amazing person. And I saw them. They were opening for Spirit Box. And
Yep.
it was such a good show. Such a good show.
I saw them at the Greensboro show in North
Oh
Carolina.
heck yes.
And I was like, I went with two of my friends. My one friend, he is a diehard Periphery fan. Never seen them before. I saw them a long time ago. Like, no, I guess it depends on what you define as a long time ago. 2022. But I saw them at
A while.
Furnace Fest, and they had
Where is that?
Birmingham, Alabama,
Okay, got it.
and it was so great to see them. And they had a dinosaur man in the background, like on the screen. It's
That's
just
so
this half
fun.
man, half dinosaur face. I'll clip it right here if I can find it. And it was
Perfect.
hilarious.
Well, Mike Stringer got them a like enormous Bucky's snow globe,
Yes.
and for the Cincinnati show, and Jake was saying that the green room was so small that like that thing took up almost all of their space, and but they had it on stage with them too. I was
Yep.
like, this is perfect. That's a great stage prop.
The venue they played at in Greensboro was, I hate to call it this. I mean this endearingly. It's like a school gym
Oh
if you were
jeez.
shrunk down to like the size of a peanut. It's just huge
Oh,
gym
Lord.
vibes.
Okay. How
The
does that?
stick-
I wonder what the sound is like with heavy music, because
Not
like
great.
I've seen, yeah, that's I think there's some venues I've been to that are like big, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome, and then it's like, okay, but for metal, I don't know how this is gonna do.
Yeah, so the stage was, if you have like a plot where this, we'll take my square. The stage is up here. The merch is right here.
Yeah.
And then alcohol on the side, and then the venue in the back, and then the bathroom's like all the way over here. So
Yeah.
you got to walk from the stage, and it's like a good 5-minute walk to the
Oh,
bathroom.
jeez, that is big. Oh my
I
gosh.
may be over exaggerating, but when you got to push through the crowd, it does take about 5 minutes.
Totally, I believe it.
And Periphery, it's such a shame they didn't have as great sound as I wanted them to, because you can't
Oh.
hear all that nice,
Oh yeah.
all the syncopated rhythms and stuff. Kind of got a little muddled. Spirit Box wasn't bad though, but I think part of it was maybe the sound was tailored to Spirit Box more, and maybe the other two didn't have enough time to shape the sound in the venue.
It's possible, yeah, and it depends on like how many bodies are in there, and there's so many things. I mean, I've been learning a lot about. Yeah, I've been learning a lot about live sound because I know how like when we were on tour with the blues stuff, like we had an X32 rack and I ran our in-ear monitors, so we would just give a snake to front of house and say, okay, here's all of the, and we didn't travel with a front of house engineer for the blues, so it was just kind of like, okay, here's everything we have on a list, let's plug it in, and when you're good to go, and you don't have to worry about us, we don't have to worry about you. And I know that for this new stuff, it's not gonna be like that because we're actually running tracks this time, and I'm programming lights and doing all of that in Logic and CC messages for sending like quad cortex switches, and I'm in the nitty gritty right now, and I've learned so much, and I was like, oh, so I have my band is drums and then bass player, and then I have a rhythm guitar player, and then there's me that plays guitar and then sings vocals.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my other guitar player the other day, and I was like, yeah, like I have this grand idea to do stereo amps like what Rabia does.
Yeah.
And and then because we're not playing the same guitar parts, like I have my other guitar player doing more like ambient stuff or like leads and different things, and he was like, I don't know if it's a good idea, because like I don't know if like and he's like talked to me a bit because he's a fantastic front of house engineer as well. He was giving me the rundown of why stereo amps is not a good idea for this music, and I was like, okay, that's a good point. So now I gotta redo all of the tones.
He's got a very fair point there.
Yes, I don't want to be some sound guy's nightmare.
Works nightmare, yeah.
Yeah, I try to work with sound guys and sound people. Like there was this sound guy in, I think it was Florida, back when I was touring in the blues.
Yeah.
He was the meanest person I've ever met in my entire life. The man made me cry because he like screamed at me within 5 minutes of being there. And I don't even remember what it was about. Like it was totally uncalled for. I think it was something about the X32. I told him, I was like, yeah, we're running our in-ears just to make it easier on you. And then I think he had a whole cow. He was like, this wasn't told. And I was like, I sent my entire stage plot, and there's a giant square thing on that stage plot that says X32, we run in-ears. But yeah. So I never want to be someone's nightmare though.
It sounds like he was yours instead.
He was, yes. We dealt with it though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds really bad. We did not hurt anyone.
We dealt with
right.
it.
We dealt with it.
He don't work there, no. He
Yeah,
don't
right.
work anywhere. No. I'm just...
Everyone is safe. This is fine.
We hope he's doing well.
Yeah, exactly.
And is a little nicer.
Yeah, and is not making anyone else cry.
Yeah, there we go. However, if not, no, I'm just...
Yeah, right?
Take him out.
At least kick him out,
Yeah. Well, speaking of touring, let's talk about gear, because everybody loves gear. I know I do. Let's talk about your gear. Tell me what you got, what you're rocking, what you're going to have.
Of course,
what you use for recording, all that stuff.
Yeah, so my main guitar used to be my 7-string Strandberg, and for most of this material, a lot of it was actually recorded, or most of it was recorded on some of George's baritones, so like 6 strings.
Yeah.
But they were really, really low. So my 8-string is tuned to EA, D, G, B, E, so it's double drop E, and it's super low. Yep. And I have that set up for also some slide playing. So in Super Ugly, there's a guitar solo, and I recorded that guitar solo on a 6-string Strandberg that has a trim, so it was the Fusion like neck through model. And I was like, I don't want to travel with more than one guitar if I don't have to. Like, I'll have a backup, but I don't want like more than one tuning for this record. Yeah. Just to like save costs and cases and flights and make it easier. Yeah. So I was like, okay, how can I play this solo and still give it like the character and like kind of sing song, not like vocalist vibe almost, like
Yeah.
the whammy bar gave it, like the tremolo gave it. And then I was like, well, I have my slide ring, and I've been writing a lot more with that and playing with it, and it's awesome. It's this like little ring that you
That
can
is sick.
wear on. I wear it on my middle finger, and you can play normal guitar, and then you can go right into slide, and then go right back into it, and it's seamless. It's fantastic. It's made by Black Mountain Picks. Adore them.
I'm
Um,
definitely gonna get one now.
I'm
I
telling
have
you,
a
they're so
glass
much
slide
fun.
that I just sit on my pinky.
Oh yeah, no, this is so much better because then it's like you don't have to choose; you can have both.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
and you don't have to mess with the pinky either. I don't want to touch my pinky, but
That's fair.
yeah, right. But yeah, so I for Super Ugly have a slide ring, and I have been playing the solo with that, and it sounds really cool. And then I'm running a quad cortex. Shout out to Neural because my house caught on fire this year, and
That's
I
great.
had my quad cortex in the room that like got really like fucked up.
Yeah.
And so it actually still kind of works, but it's definitely not something I would ever bring on the road because it has like some water damage and
Yeah.
it's kind of sketchy. So they sent me a quad cortex, and I'm really grateful
That's awesome.
for them. Yes. So I
Shout
have
out to them.
yeah, big shout out. And so the quad cortex, I'm running actually a lot of the Fortin suite and the Nolly stuff,
Yeah.
like plugins. So I'm using those on the quad, and I think I might bring my noise pedal, the noise pedal from
Yes.
Talon. It's the Alpha pedal. That's so fun.
The sickest pedal I've ever seen.
Yes, it's so cool. And yeah, I think I'm not sure what I'm gonna be running for a vocal mic yet. I think I want to do a shootout before I choose.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Make
I think that's.
make that a video.
I might, yeah. I think I might do a YouTube video of okay, what vocal mic? What should we do? But I think I have a relationship with Earthworks, and we're probably gonna be using their stuff for drums.
Okay.
Because they're freaking awesome. But yeah, that's the rig that so far I'm still building it. And
Yeah.
still perfecting it because I'm still building the show. But
Yeah.
oh, and we'll have Logic for playback, and I have my X32 rack that we're running our ears, and I'm going to also have two. I have two interfaces. I don't remember the brand, one interface that has a redundancy system, so we can run two laptops at the same time. So if for some reason one laptop shits out, it just seamlessly goes into the next one, and we don't have to worry about tracks messing up. So yeah, I'm trying to put not a lot of things on tracks though, because I don't want to be that band where it's like we have instruments on stage, but 90% of the sound that you're hearing is coming from tracks. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that, but it definitely helps when it comes to lining up lights and staying on time, and having a seamless show.
Yeah, plus I hear sometimes people like in their in-ears tracks instead of like the actual track that they play as like a reference track. And so sometimes you just want something different.
Yep, exactly. In my ears, it's gonna be the click, like as loud as possible.
Oh yeah. I like
chose
the
the
most
most obnoxious click.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. It's like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
just really high pitched, annoying.
Exactly.
Of
Like, don't
not-
forget about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what you're playing, it will always cut through.
Exactly that. Yes. Yes.
In fact, I can hear it in my sleep sometimes. That's
Yep.
that's how
I've been
loud
practicing
and
the
obnoxious
songs
it is.
every day, and it's just reverberates in my head after that.
Oh yeah. You'll just be walking down, you'll have the same cadence of the actual click as you're walking. You're like,
Yes.
oh wait, hold on.
Exactly. When I'm lifting, actually, sometimes I'll do that. Like if I'm actually doing cardio, I will like go 1 and 2 and 3 or I'll do it in on time signature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Do it in 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my trainer to do that. Like, all right, next time we're doing like pull-ups or something, I need to count. I need to do a five count
5,
going
8.
down. Yep. Yeah.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. That's perfect. I love it. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to some. Ooh, there's so many fun questions I can do. I think we're gonna do some semi-rapid fire questions.
Okay, wicked.
Okay. So, the string you break the most.
I can't remember the last time I broke a string. I don't know. I haven't
None
broken.
is the answer to that.
Yeah, none. Maybe like the high B, high E, like maybe those strings. But it's been a long time since I've broken a string. Yeah.
It's the high. It's the C on the bass, on the 6-string bass I have.
Oh jeez.
That thing
Does that
hurt.
hurt when that breaks? I was gonna.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a bridge wire.
It's like it practically
Yep.
cuts your arm off. You're like,
Yeah.
I need to
911
replace this string and
and
get
my
a
arm.
Band-Aid.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Get bandage up your arm, and you're like, okay, do it.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly
I
that.
still got PTSD from that.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll mess with you.
That's the one I replaced the most. And then they
That's
never
crazy.
have it in stock, so I gave up at this point.
Oh yeah. You have
My
to
6
order
string's
that.
a 5-string now.
That's gnarly though. That's crazy.
It does look cool,
I
and
bet.
it gives me the nice, really thick neck that I like.
Yeah.
But I plan on replacing that eventually, just when Guitar Center has it in stock again.
Yeah. Or just order from Sweetwater. Not
Oh, yeah.
sponsored.
There you go.
Kind of sponsored.
That's what I meant, is to order it from Sweetwater, because they
Yes. They
will
everything.
have it actually.
They will have it. Yes. I adore them. They're the nicest people too.
Oh yeah, I mean they'll send you the bag of candy with your stuff,
Yeah.
and
I'm going
then
to
they'll call you
Japan
3
with
years
them.
later to ask you how you're doing,
Exactly.
how the wife and
Oh my
kids
gosh.
are.
All of the Sweetwater memes, that's part of my For You page is like the Sweetwater memes of like, oh, when your sales engineer calls you at 3 a.m. to ask you how your like divorce is going or something. And it's just like accurate.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The song that will be the hardest to play live.
Oh, I was literally just talking about this with my other guitarist. There's a song called Overstay that I actually co-wrote with Baby J, who plays for Chelsea Grin, and he's in Darko US. He's insane, like so good, so good. I co-wrote with him and Richie from Fire from the Gods.
Yeah.
So that is one of the heaviest ones on the record, and that one I think is going to be the hardest to play. Either that one or there's a song called Welcome Back Kid,
Okay.
and that one is kind of chaotic. I co-wrote that one with Kubrick, Sam Kubrick, who plays in Shields and has his own band, but he's super crazy guitar player and artist. But yeah, those two I think are going to be the hardest to play. I actually haven't touched them yet because of that. Like I'm just like learning all the other songs. So I'm like, I'll get to those last.
That's fair.
Yes.
Okay. One riff from the new songs that you're tired of playing. You've tired yourself out already.
Actually, I don't think of any riffs I'm tired
Really?
of yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the thing is, they're like a lot of them are really easy on this record. Besides Welcome Back Kid and Overstay,
Yeah.
everything that I'm playing is fairly easy to sing and play. There's a couple things that, like I said, on the other songs I'm a little worried to sing and play, but no, because I can kind of like I really enjoy playing them because I can focus on just expressing myself with my vocals and having a good time on guitar.
Yeah.
So I'm not tired of any of it. And actually, the thing I look forward to the most when I'm practicing is that guitar solo in Super Ugly because it's got all the I get to use the slide.
Yeah. Okay. Now, are your Logic Pro sessions organized or pure chaos?
Pure chaos. Yeah. If you ask George Lever that, he'll be like, "Yeah,
It's awful." He's like,
what is this?" His organizational system is god tier. Like he sent me this sheet that of how he likes things organized. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life, but I've been trying. I've been really, really trying to stick to that. But when you're writing, you just want to get stuff out as fast as possible.
Yeah. I have to go in after I get done writing, and I'm like,
That's the way
okay,
to do it.
now I can put these together, because I'll have
Exactly.
like
Color
7
codes.
guitar things, and I'm like, that's because, I want to get them all separated out in my brain, and then I can push
Yes.
them together.
Exactly. It's a process.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, there's so many good ones. Gosh. Your I like this one.
Okay.
The number one piece of gear to take with you.
Ooh, my guitar. My
Oh,
8-string.
okay. That isn't the
Hands
guitar.
down.
Hold on.
That
That
isn't the
isn't the
guitar.
guitar. Yeah. You kind of need that one.
I definitely need that one. Yeah, I would probably say my quad cortex because you can do so much with it. Or actually, no, I lied. My laptop. That would be the second most important. But then the quad, because then you can use the quad as an interface, and there's so much in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-show ritual. Number one. Pre-show
back
ritual.
back when I was touring, because like I've only ever toured on the blues, not on this new music yet. But the ritual was do vocal warm-ups. So I always do vocal warm-ups, and then I usually have a matcha because I absolutely adore matcha. So and I'm extremely caffeine sensitive. So when I do matcha, I actually go insane. And then after that, we had this thing. Okay, so you said profanities were okay, right?
Yeah, you're good for it.
Okay, so my band and I had this thing where before every show we would put our hands in, you know, like what bands do, and then we go, 1 fuck, 2 fuck, 3 fuck, 4, rock until our cocks are sore, and then we go up and then we go play the show.
I love that. That's fantastic.
I'm really hoping that carries over into the new stuff.
Oh yeah, it has to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Man, that's
it'll stay in your head too. It's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start a song like that. That would be kind of fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I can hear it. Like a Bring Me the Horizon, like chant kind of thing, and then it goes into a breakdown. Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I like where that's going.
Cool.
Okay, these are some this or that ones.
Okay.
Headphones or monitors?
Monitors.
Okay. Finish the song or start 5 new ones?
My brain is saying finish the song. My heart says start 5 new ones.
I like that. Let's see. Tight or chaotic?
Chaotic.
Okay. Verse or chorus?
Chorus.
Clean or unclean vocals?
Oh, it depends on the mood. I'm gonna say unclean for this week.
Okay. Riffs or atmosphere?
Riffs.
Heavy or melodic?
Heavy.
Okay. Studio or stage?
That's so hard. I adore both. I can't
For
choose.
different
Literally
reasons,
both.
right?
I love both of them.
Okay. One word to describe Coburn besides the name itself.
Rowdy.
I like it. Dream tour to be on.
Oh my gosh. There's so many that come to mind. I think it'd be super sick to tour with Periphery. That would be like one of them. But also I would love to tour with like pop artists like Post Malone and like
that would be pretty cool.
That would be so much fun because it's like colliding, the two worlds colliding. Yeah.
I mean, Post Malone wasn't he in a metalcore band beforehand?
Yeah. Yeah, he totally was. He's into that scene.
I want like a Post Malone metal record.
Oh, please. That would be so cool.
And then I want
I bet you he'll come out with it someday.
Oh yeah.
He will. Yeah.
I mean, he just did country records, so.
And it was awesome. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably the better of his music, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think a lot of the stuff, like his older stuff, is definitely like those are the bangers. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, final tweak on a song or full send?
Usually it's final tweak. I obsess over things.
I do too. I'm like,
like
you'll listen back and you'll be like, well, this here, you can hear that like slight ting at the end that you.
Yeah, right. That no one else will notice but you.
Yeah. You're like, I got to re-record this whole thing.
That's it. I'm done. Restart.
I did that. One of the songs I've been working on. I went, yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna redo this whole thing now.
Yep.
It didn't need it, but I did it anyways.
That's where the growth comes in, though. And sometimes it's even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's a win.
Okay, breakdown, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely. I need to learn how to write them better. That's what I was learning from George, because it's still new territory to me as far as how to write that.
just zeros.
Yeah, that's my brain though goes, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I like
I know.
one string, like I'm not doing enough.
I was trying to write, so I midied out some drums and set up a song like here's where the verse is, here's where breakdown one is, because I
Yeah.
wanted like just full on hardcore
Hell yeah.
song, because I was like, I've tried writing hardcore songs before to mixed degree because I love hardcore,
Yeah.
but I just don't. I always feel like I'm not doing enough,
Mm-hmm.
and so I midied all that out. I've not touched it since. I tried 6 different things for like the verse, and I was like, yeah, I ain't feeling this.
Oh no. I think it takes practice, like, but
I have to turn
also
my brain off.
that's the thing. You have to become the caveman. That's like
Exactly.
that's what it is. And I've been working on how to become the caveman.
Like
Tricky.
I can like hold a couple notes for a chorus, but as soon as we hop back into that verse, I'm like, no, I gotta do something,
Yep. Yep.
and that ends up being the problem with that.
Then you go back and you go, why are there 10,000 things here? Felt. Felt.
Well, I've got our next section, which I think you might be familiar with since you're a
Okay.
fan of the Downbeat podcast.
Yes.
It's the Dream Festival.
I love this section.
I
Yes.
stole it from him
I mean,
because he
didn't he
stopped
steal it
doing
from
it.
somewhere else? Yeah, he did stop doing it, but he stole it from like it was some. I'm maybe entirely wrong on this, but like some cooking show that did like Dream Dish or something that he was inspired by. He didn't really steal it, but that's where it
That
came
sounds
from.
about right.
Yeah, yeah.
He
I love
like
that podcast.
you know what I've always learned? Musicians are just foodies.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah. Same
So,
world.
yeah. Now,
Okay.
you ready for it? That's gonna
I'm
be fun.
so ready for this.
Well, we have to start off with the most important part,
Mhm.
and that is where is it gonna be?
It's going to be. Okay, I still haven't been very many places in like other countries, so.
Remember, it
My
can be
heart-
anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna say West Virginia.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's where I was born. So
Really? Where in West Virginia?
I was born in Princeton,
Okay, I'm not from.
and then I
How
lived
far is
in
that
Huntington.
from? How far is that from New Martinsville?
Ooh, I think it's only like maybe 45 minutes.
Okay. So my grandpa owned a cabin in West Virginia, and that's like I was down there since I was like a baby. We would go very often and go mudding and do all these hillbilly things. It was really really fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would have it there because it was beautiful. We lived in the holler.
Yeah.
And there was like no neighbors. It was just green and pine trees and it was so stunning. So I'd say West Virginia, but that would probably change as I see more of the world. I really enjoyed China. China was awesome.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
it. I like this is a different change of pace for location. I like
Yeah,
it.
people normally go big, right? We're like on the moon, like West Virginia.
No, this is good in a different way.
Wonderful.
It's big in a different way. There's a lot of big
Yes.
trees there, for
Yeah,
one.
that's true. It's true. Yes.
Okay, so then we have to talk about accommodations. Where are you gonna
Okay.
be staying? I always like this little blurb I do. I go, you could do a 5-star hotel. You can camp out in a tent. You can go hang out with the hobos on the street. Whatever you want to do.
I would definitely say my grandpa's cabin because that is childhood and it's just
Oh yeah,
happy. I mean, there's like mice and it's kind of musty, but like it is
it's
childhood.
pure cabin vibes.
Yes, it's amazing.
Cabin's always got some sort of must to it, but
Yeah.
it's not a bad kind. It's not great either,
No,
but
no, it's not. It definitely creates allergies, but like
oh yeah,
it creates the atmosphere as well.
it does create a lot of allergies,
Yes.
and I'm known for my seasonal allergies. So.
Yeah. Oh, dust allergies are the worst.
Oh yeah, the dust
Yeah.
bunnies all over the place. You never get over it.
Nope.
Okay, well, of course, I like to think of musicians as really just people who like food and use music as an
Yes.
excuse to go eat places. So
Yep.
we have to talk about the catering. What's it gonna be?
Okay, so we're gonna have to fly some stuff in because I
Okay.
definitely don't want to be buying like raw fish and things from in West Virginia.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, but it'd be flown in like same day on ice. So we'd
Yeah.
have like sashimi, we'd have
Okay.
octopus, and kind of like a raw sushi bar, and then also there'd be Thai food, and I like takoyaki, which is really good. It's like a fried octopus ball kind
Yeah.
of thing. Oh, so good. We'd have those. It'd be like a big buffet style.
Okay.
But also, oh, what is that? Oh, there's this boba place that's like 30 minutes from where I live now in Ohio. And
Yeah.
It's called Saucha. And they have some really good like matcha boba, so
Yeah.
that would also be there. But also, like I remember, I forgot who it was, but someone on the downbeat was like, you know, whatever any other bands wanted, like they would get. Like I would love to provide that, where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're craving this, like you need this to put on a good show, cool. Like we'll have that food there too. So
Yeah.
all of the above.
You like that random hometown hole in the wall food? You got it.
Exactly. Yes.
Which has
It's
some of the
there.
best food usually.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's this one in Charlottesville. I don't even know if it's there anymore. Ate at it once because my grandparents were there. Um, it's just this tiny place. You wouldn't even notice it if you drove by it. If you go in there, it's like their house, partially
Oh,
their house, and then the front part is like a little diner area. And they
that's
had some of the
awesome.
best breakfast, like fresh, freshly pressed and made sausage, all the
Wow.
breakfast classics.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
That's yeah, definitely some of the best food is like it made in like hole in the wall places or
Yeah.
places you wouldn't expect. For sure.
Okay. Well, of course, our biggest deal has to be the headliners, the middle acts, and I like to do a little smaller act section as well.
Yes.
But of course, if they're dead, you have to be creative about bringing them back to life.
Okay, got it.
Because, you can't just be like, oh, I raised them from the dead. Well, that's boring. No, give me something creative how they came back to life. If you use dead people, I'm not saying you
Okay.
have to.
I'm going
And
to.
then,
Yeah, there's gonna be dead people.
of course, we have to, before we get to any of that, you're playing this festival. That's the deal here. That's how you get
Yes.
the dream funds to make this all work, is you
Wicked.
have to play. So, what time do you want to play? You want to be a headliner? You want to open in the
No.
middle of the day? You want to be like 6 p.m.? I've
Yeah.
had somebody say like 5:45 p.m. and I was like, that's oddly specific. I
That's
like it.
very specific. Okay. I here's who's headlining.
Okay.
There's gonna be two stages because I like how Incarceration is run, where it's like there's two stages and like while one is switching over, the other one's playing, and
Yeah.
like it's pretty seamless. So and they're both equally as big. But the
Yeah.
headliner for the whole night is gonna be Alice in Chains with Lane Staley,
Yeah.
and I know I have to bring him back. So respectfully, very respectfully, I would go do the thing with the shovel and
Yeah,
dig
of
dig
course.
him up and um manifest it. I've heard manifest. I haven't really tried manifesting as much yet, but I would just sit there and like maybe write in like a manifestation journal, like he's not dead or he's alive, like he's been brought back to life,
Yeah.
and then some kind of voodoo magic. It's like a full moon,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a full moon. All of the stars have to align for this.
Of
And
course.
maybe the aliens that you were mentioning that might take over the podcast and like
Yeah.
or the very beginning to kind of tie it all together,
I like that.
come in and
Great
like
callback.
help a little bit. Yeah, but the thing is, he can only come back for like 2 days because like that's how movies work, right? There's always a catch.
Yeah,
But
of
then
course.
he does such a great performance that he can just stay for like the rest of eternity. But like
I like
spoiler
that.
alert. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, Alice in Chains are headlining. Oh damn! No, there's two headliners. Alice in Chains are headlining, and then Limp Bizkit are headlining the
Yes.
other stage. Yes, and my band and I are going to play right before Alice in Chains.
Okay.
That way, we're all showered and like ready to go watch Limp Bizkit after.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's the vibe. Okay,
Limp Bizkit
yeah,
is
those are the
something
headliners.
else. He's
I
from
love them
Kings Mountain,
so
North
much.
Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, I had no clue that Fred Durst was from Kings Mountain.
crazy.
But he is.
Who would
It
have knew?
explains a lot.
Okay. Do they all come out of there in tracksuits? That's why I wear tracksuits, because it's Fred Durst.
That's awesome. No, they don't all wear tracksuits, but they're all eccentric like he is.
Love it.
They don't all have the staying power that Fred Durst has as a person.
Yes.
His Santa Claus lumberjack vibes he's got going on at the moment.
It's a very unique look. Yes, it is.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I love
the
I
dad
love
vibes,
Limp
if you will.
So yes, the dad vibes. Exactly. Yeah. All right.
Great song, by the way.
So good.
Okay. What are some other bands that are going to be playing? We got the headliners. We got Where You Are.
Yeah.
Let's get some mid-tier, not mid-tier as in they're mid, but
Yeah.
but like middle size, and then some maybe smaller size. We like to have like a festival.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like some of these are still pretty big bands, but I'd have
They're not
the
headliner yet, though.
Yeah,
In our thing, they're not the headliners though, so it's okay.
Got it. Okay. The home team, because they put on a great show, and I'm friends with John, and he's super cool. Periphery would be there for sure. What's that? There's this band called Via Nova that I've been really enjoying lately. Like they have some super sick stuff. And Cleopatra would play.
Yeah.
Even though they're not really like metal. I love their stuff.
They're just cool.
They're so good. Nothing But Thieves would be there.
Yep.
Who else? Oh, there's this. I wish I could look at my playlist. Oh, okay. This is like a totally left field, but it's my festival.
It's your festival. Who cares?
Yeah, Leon Thomas.
Yeah.
I love Leon Thomas. So good. And
Good
Artemis.
old Victorious.
Yeah. So we would have wait, was he the guy in Victorious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought someone said it, and I thought it was
Andre.
real. That's crazy. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. So Leon Thomas would be there. And then Artemis would be there because I'm also obsessed with Artemis's music.
Okay.
And so we'd have like an R&B pop section, and then we'd have like the metal. But I think it goes so well together.
I love that kind of stuff though. So
Me too. And then there's this. Okay, I can't remember the name. I'm gonna pull it up on TikTok in a second to find him, but that'll be for the small artists. But I think those are the mid-tier artists that are popping into my brain right now. There's so many more, but yeah.
Well, there are a lot of unnamed bands that when you think of a festival, you definitely think of a bunch in all the tier sizes. But there are other ones that you may not say, but they are there in our hearts, and we like them too.
Throne and Viljarta.
Right.
Yes. Anything that Buster Oldham touches, yes, they need to be there.
Have you seen the way he just records things? It's so ridiculous.
It is. I've been watching his URM stuff, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yes. I'm gonna try and find this.
I love URM.
Guy.
That's
URM.
Shout out to URM.
Yes. There's this guy that I follow on TikTok that's been putting out some stuff that is so good, and I can't wait. He hasn't released any of this stuff yet. Okay. Where is it? But I think he's releasing an album soon. Okay, his name is Jerome Farah, Farah. He's been releasing these little teasers of these songs that are they feel like blues. Like you saw the movie Sinners, right? Like a lot the soundtrack for Sinners.
I saw part of it. I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, the soundtrack is so good. But coming from a blues background, I still do like to listen to blues and music that has very raw vocals. That's why I like Pierce the Veil, because Pierce the Veil, obviously they're not blues, but the vocals are so raw and ugly but pretty, in your face. And that's what blues was to me. I love vocalists that have that grit and edge to their voice. And so this guy has that. But yeah, Jerome Farah would also be there. And I cannot wait to hear his new stuff. So good.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. You think we got all the bands here?
I think so. Well, at least for now.
Okay. To be decided if there's more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What are we gonna call this festival? You got a name for it?
Chickens.
I love it.
It's just called Chickens.
Chickens.
Yep.
And some people will think it's a chicken, meetup, and maybe
Yeah.
they'll bring their chickens with them, and the chickens
There is
can
a
rock
section
out
for
and
that.
vibe out.
There is a
Okay,
section for
okay.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the festival gimmick. Incarceration has the
Yep.
prison. This one's got
Chickens.
chickens. I like it.
Exactly that. Yeah, since I'm not signed to a label, actually on my distribution site, like when you like go to release songs, they ask you like put in your label, and I just literally put the word chickens.
I love that.
So it's a common theme.
Look, hold on. I need to see this.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for chickens. I love chickens.
I can just look at the song credit. There we go. It literally just says chickens.
It literally just says chickens.
Perfect.
Yep.
All lowercase. There's not even a capital
yeah.
C. It's just lowercase.
Nope.
Chicken.
Lowercase. Yep. I really committed.
I love it. That's
Perfect.
Well,
that's lore right there. Most people won't know that.
no, that's a deep cut. You gotta go into the song credits for that. Most people don't. So
Yep.
I'm always looking at song credits. So
yes.
Okay. Well, we have reached the end. Of course, plugs and shout outs. We got to talk about that. Plug it. Yes. Plug yourself. Plug your stuff. Tell people all the cool things they need to know.
Wonderful. All right. I'm gonna point a banana and say this: COBURN official on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all the TikToks and stuff like that. It's COB as in boy URN official. And then what else? Oh, you can find the music on Spotify under COBURN, all caps, COBURN in all caps, because there is a COBURN out there that I had to like get my stuff off of their page because like everyone got confused, but COBURN in all caps, you'll see.
Yeah, I see the other one.
Yes, the banana has spoken.
He has 314 listeners.
Yes, yeah, and I don't think they've put stuff out for a bit, so but we're cool. We're all good.
It's definitely not the same type of music, that's for sure.
No, I don't think so. But yeah,
we'll
and there's new music coming out.
And dispute this.
Yeah,
have
right?
A COBURN grudge match.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be friends.
There you go. Okay. Now let's hear some shout outs.
Yes, I want to shout out my parents because I would not be doing music if it wasn't for them supporting me. My mom and dad, they rock. And
they had you too, which is
that's very
the most
true.
Important part.
Well, my aunt had me, but they were the ones that did the whole petri dish operation.
Yeah, there you
go. The aliens brought me down, but
there we go.
Exactly.
Bring it back.
Yes, bring it back. And I want to shout out my mentor James. He has taught me so much, and he's the best. So James Sanger, shout out to you. George Lever, shout out to you. Ken Lewis, shout out to you. And there's so many people I want to shout out, but yeah, they're amazing. I'm so grateful for the people in my life, and shout out to the people that are listening to the music too, because I can't wait to play them for you.
Heck yeah. Well, of course, we got one last question to end the podcast. And what song of yours do you want to have as the outro song for the episode?
I think Super Ugly would be a good outro song for the episode.
I like that.
Let's do it.
Great choice. I mean, you only had two options as of this current moment, so it was going to be a good choice either way, but good choice anyway.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome.
And thanks everybody for listening in or watching if you watch the video podcast. If you listen to the audio, sorry, you don't get to see our lovely faces. So
lame.
Let's just Oh, and the mannequin head in the background.
Oh yeah, that's my assistant for when I film videos. Because sometimes now that I film in like really dark rooms for the new aesthetic, I have to have something for manual focus. So I have yet to name him, but that's my friend back there.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to have a poll here for what to name him.
For the name, yeah, perfect. Get back to me on that.
I will. Well, thank you everybody, and have a good one.
Bye everyone.
Podcast episode 46 with host, producer, and editor, me, Austin Mullins. Special thanks to guest COBURN for coming on. The closing track is Super Ugly by COBURN. Check her out on all platforms. You can find her on Instagram at COBURN Official. And go pre-save Man-Made Enemies by COBURN, link in the description. Thanks to Aaron for coming on, having such a great time chatting about music and chickens and all those fun things. You're awesome. And special thanks to viewers like you. Thank you. Until next time.